So for the longest time here in the office, we have had this little tiny security camera. And for the longest time, I really mean the longest time, over the past 4 to 5 years, this thing has served us well. Oh! You're all right then, mate. Yeah, few funky things happen in the office, it's safe to say. However, easyviz have reached out saying they're going to overhaul our current office CCTV system. This is the C6-2K and it has a pan tilt zoom head. Wow, look at that. Okay, so this is our first solar panel. As you can see, it's about the size of 2 of my hands. Very scientific. So basically that will screw in to the side of your property and then obviously that takes the energy from the sun somehow. One of the downsides to a system like this is you don't get 24/7 recording. Now that's how these things can achieve such a great battery life. Basically, the majority of the time they're going to sit idle and then when the PIR detects that motion has been detected basically, then it will fire up the camera and start recording. Okay, build quality is absolutely stellar. Was not expecting this. You can see this sort of half oval. Have you got that there? Mm-hmm. That is our PIR sensor. So that is what's going to sense the movement. And then you've got our actual camera lens up here. You've got 2 LEDs for the color night vision.
Device powered on.
Wow.
Welcome to easyviz.
So this is getting power somehow, and this has now come on. Let's check out our little PTZ. Wow. Look, it's got a little face on it. That's sick, isn't it? So, Wi-Fi. This one is 2.4 gigahertz, obviously because it's going to be living outside. This one is going to be living inside, supports both 2.4 and 5 gigahertz. You've also got hardwired Ethernet on there, and then a micro USB. 2K on this model. Now, there's no inbuilt storage on this, so you need to use a micro SD card, which just goes under that flap there. Again, they offer cloud storage, not something that I'm personally interested in. Okay. Let's try and get these things set up. Look how cool that is. And as you can see, I'm messing around with the PTZ on this device and everything seems to be working. easyviz is ringing me. There we go, answer. So, we are now having a conversation with whoever's in the room via the camera over there. Now, if I was to actually go and move, the camera should automatically follow me. Has it got me? Is it actually following me? Yeah. So if I walk over here, no way. I'm over here now, bro. You wave at the camera and then it will call you. So I'm sure the old viewers will recognize this room, and then more specifically this one that I'm currently in now. This is our storage room. As you can see, we have loads of products in here which are really professionally stored and stacked. We're basically just gonna place that there. It's gonna look at the door, and then if anybody comes up here, it should follow them wherever they go. So all of the cameras have been installed around the office and it's been about a week, and I wanted to go through what I like and what I don't about the entire system. Now, 4 cameras, we've got one in the main studio, one in the storage room, one out the front, and one on the rear looking into the car park. This is the user experience of the easyviz app, and like I said at the start of the video, it's really important that the user experience is good. You get displayed with all of your views right from the front, but these views aren't live because all of these cameras are trying to preserve their battery life. So to show you in real time how this works, I'm going to click on the gate camera, which is our car park camera. And as you can see, it's loaded straight up and we have somebody walking down there to the side. I'm using some digital zoom here, and as you can see, the quality of these 2K sensors is really quite acceptable considering these things are running off battery power. The same story if I go onto the studio camera here, except you get a few extra options here, so you can go onto the PTZ, and as you can see, if I tilt this camera down, you'll be able to see Mitch there, who is currently holding the camera. Now obviously these cameras are using the Wi-Fi signal, and obviously a lot of people have issues with Wi-Fi, so it's nice that they give you an indication of the actual signal on the main screen. As you can see, both of our outdoor cameras are, well, what looks like to be struggling for signal, but if we click on them, they do load up really quite fast, which is nice to see. Now, our 2 outdoor cameras have the solar panels attached to them. They are insane. So I installed these cameras with about 40% battery. If you actually go into the settings here, you can go down to the battery percentage and actually check on the current battery percentage of each camera and see if it's being powered sufficiently by the solar panels or not. We've had the cameras in for about a week now. If I go back to the 24th, which was 2 days ago, then we can go ahead and look at all the footage that was captured on this day. So as you can see, it's quite busy here outside of the office. There is literally clips being recorded every minute, but we can just go ahead and click here, let's say 3:22 p.m. and then the footage loads up, as you can see, super instantly. Now, if I click on the camera at the front of the office here, it is currently now 8:15 in the evening, so we don't have really any sunshine, if any at all. And as you can see, it's still picking up a pretty good image out the front of the office. If you wanted to see an example of the footage at night time with the IR, this is that. You can see that, well, the IR lights up everything absolutely fine. As you know, I'm not a fan of color night vision, but this is an example of that. And to be honest, it does work really nicely. One advantage of the color night vision is that if it detects motion, the lights actually light up, so it sort of acts as a little bit of a deterrent. Now, if we go into the actual working mode here, you can see that I've got this on performance mode. Now, you can save these depending on sort of the actual sunlight that you're getting. So if your solar panels aren't working, you could put this in super power saving mode, which basically what it's going to do is lower the interval as to which it will actually start recording. But as you can see, I've had these in performance mode and they've been definitely maintaining, if not charging, their battery over the last week, which is really nice to see. You can see that this camera on the front of the office is currently sat at 99% battery whilst it's been in its performance mode, which again shows the solar panels are doing their job. I actually had the front camera in my garden, so if you can see there, click on the playback button, see if it loads this up nice and quick. There you go, you can see Atlas in my garden whilst I was testing these cameras out for a few days. And for the price, I really wouldn't grumble. One thing I hate about systems like this is when they force you to sign up to a monthly subscription like a cloud service. This does have that, but it's great that they include the inbuilt storage on the cameras themselves, as well as that micro SD support too. I want to give a huge shout out to EasyViz for sending out the cameras and overhauling our, well, office CCTV, because it was honestly a mess. And guys, my name's been Alex. This has been TechFlow. We'll see you in the next one.